Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with an updated wish list video for you. So this was a subscriber requested video. I don't think I've done an updated wish list in a long time, so I've got a lot of new ones on here. I've got a lot of the same on here, and I'm gonna jump right in. So I'm gonna start with the one fragrance that I have been really trying to track down recently, and that is Mugler Angel Liqueur, the 2009 formulation. So I do have the 2013 formulation, but the 2009 formulation is much more difficult to find. So that is one that I have been keeping an eye out for. I also want Calvin Klein, a bottle of the vintage at this point, or I should say a vintage bottle. It has been reformulated, it's been watered down, it's just not the same as it used to be, so I really want a vintage bottle. I really want to add Jennifer Lopez Miami Glow back into my collection. I went through a bottle of that back in, I don't know, like 2014, 2015, sometime in there. I remember really liking it, so I would like to add that back. Tribute Aqua Fresca. That's one of the, that one has not been re-released. So if you find a bottle of it, it's going to actually be a vintage bottle. But I really want it just because I remember it. And once I added Tribute back into my collection, I was like, oh my gosh, I want the one with the blue cap too. Gucci Flora, the original formulation, the one with the black label. I have a bottle of the reformulated version that has been discontinued, but I really want a bottle of the original formulation that has the black label on it. The EDP, I should say. I do have a travel spray of the original formulation of the EDT, but I really want a bottle of the original formulation of the EDP. Mugler Angel Extrait. That's another fragrance that I want. You guys are going to see a lot of Mugler on here and a lot of Jennifer Lopez. I want Gap Dream, Grass, and Homme. I wouldn't mind having Heaven. Those are the 4 fragrances that came out when I was in high school, and I loved them. I really liked all of them, but I was more into Homme and Grass because everybody else was wearing Dream and Heaven. So naturally I went for the fragrances that most people weren't wearing, but I would love all of them really. Jennifer Lopez Forever Glowing. That is a flanker of glowing that I would love to have just really for the like collector in me. I really would love it just to have it as in my collection. Mugler Angel, the Taste of Fragrance. That's another version of Angel that I really want. Jennifer Lopez Glow Rio. So it's a flanker of glow. The Kai perfume oil. I really want it because after I did a video on like fragrances that celebrities wear, so many of them wear the Kai perfume oil that now I feel like I need it. I just want it. A couple of Molten Brown fragrances. Molten Brown Heavenly Ginger Lily is one that I really want. And the one that I want the most is called Milk Musk. Molten Brown fragrances are pretty pricey though. Jennifer Lopez Glowing Goddess. So another glowing flanker. Lolita Lempicka El de Lolita. I want this spray perfume. I have a rollerball that's like a weird kind of oil. I want the spray perfume of it. YSL Mon Prix, the EDP formulation. I love it. I have the dossier dupe of it, but I really want a bottle of the real thing. Lush I'm Home. That is the last Lush perfume that it's been discontinued. You can find bottles of it pretty readily on like the gray market. And the other ones that I have really wanted Dua duped. So I've been able to buy the Dua dupes of them. But if Dua doesn't dupe that one, that's one that I really want badly. It smells so good. Also Lush Confetti. I've heard good things about it. Debbie Gibson Electric Youth. I would die to have an original bottle of Electric Youth. Not to wear or anything, just to have, just to be able to look at. Because I think that was the first perfume that I ever bought, like for myself, that wasn't my mom's, that like belonged to me. Ralph Lauren Glamorous. That, I remember when Glamorous came out. I remember that was when Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz were dating. And I remember Penelope Cruz was the model for that perfume. And I remember thinking the whole thing was super glamorous. She was super glamorous, like the whole campaign was super glamorous. And I was like, well, the perfume is going to smell amazing. And at this point, I want it just for the nostalgia of it. The bottle is stunning. It really is a really beautiful bottle. But that's one that I want just for the nostalgia of it. Elizabeth Arden's Splendor, that's another one that I want just for the nostalgia of it. The Vintage Guest perfume that comes in that kind of like weird shaped bottle with the black cap. That's been on my wish list for ages. And I only run across bottles of it every once in a while, and usually it sells out pretty quickly. The original Chloe, so not like Chloe that we know of today, like the original Karl Lagerfeld Chloe. I really would love a bottle of that. And Micallef Note Vanille. That's a fragrance. I sampled that. I got a sample of it from Lucky Scent, gosh, years ago. And I love it. And I picked up the Duo dupe of it, but I don't like the Duo dupe of it. The Duo dupe is just not as good as the original. So that's one where I just really want the original. Another one, this one's kind of obscure. This is a fragrance that I think I just ran across on Mercari, and it looks like something that I would want. It's called Hotel Alessandra Aria No. 5. Banana Republic Tobacco and Tonka. Somebody sent me a sample of that. It hasn't even been that long ago, and I loved it. It smelled so good on me. Moschino Cheap and Chic, just the original one, the one in the black and red and white bottle, the one that looks like olive oil. I love that fragrance. It smells so freaking good. I picked up a carded sample of it from Fragrance Net. It's been some years ago, and I fell in love with it, and I've been meaning to pick up a bottle of it ever since. Narciso Rodriguez Musk, like the one in the white bottle, so long discontinued, really, really difficult to find, but I would love to find it. I really want to sample, now I do not want a full bottle of this, but I really want to sample the Voce Viva Intense from, is it Armani that makes that? Who makes that? I don't even, Valentino makes it. The Voce Viva Intense. I've heard really good things about it. People have recommended it to me and said that for a designer perfume, it's pretty good. So I don't want to buy a bottle of it. That's one I just want to sample. Atelier Bloem Half Moon. I really like Atelier Bloem fragrances. I don't think that they get enough hype. They're really, really nice fragrances. They're like light and natural and clean smelling and just really nice. Belief, the skincare brand, the Korean skincare brand Belief, makes a perfume called The Garden, and I really want it. I don't know what it's gonna smell like, but I have a feeling it's gonna smell like, I don't know, maybe like their skincare, and I love the way that their skincare smells, so I would love a bottle of that. Florida Water, just the original Florida Water. Now, it's funny because I've heard that there are a lot of people that like cleanse their house of spirits with Florida Water, which I think is funny, but I would like to have it just for the collector in me. It's an iconic perfume and I would like to have it. So I'm gonna go through and give a list of houses that I want to try. These are all indie houses, and these are all houses that I really want to get a cart together with and order. Wicked Good, Vulture Culture, Siren Songs Elixir, which I've got a whole bunch of Siren Songs and I love them, but I want more. House of Gloy, again, I've already ordered from them. I love them, I want more. A little house called Strange South. They are kind of pricey for being an indie house, but I really want to try them. I think they're here in South Carolina. And then another one called Amorphous. So all of those are all a bunch of indie houses that I really, really need to try. There's another one called, oh Lordy, I can't remember it now. There's another one too. I really want to, like, I've never fallen for the Okja hype because it's just a dupe house, but that house works with a lot of like fragrance TikTokers now. And one of the like really popular male fragrance TikTokers made a fragrance called That Girl. And I really want to smell it because it's a gourmand. So I'm like, ugh, I really want it. And they're cheap. They're like $35. They're not expensive fragrances. Another little house called New Orleans Perfume. Somebody recommended them to me because apparently they make like a really good musk, if I remember correctly. but they have a fragrance called Voodoo Love that I really, really want to. Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. I want a bottle of like the original formulation. I want to find a bottle that's like 10 years old, or even 8 years old. Somewhere in that range, I would be happy, but I want a bottle from like the 2016 time frame. The OG too, not the Eau de Soleil Blanc. Okay, I've got 4 Duo fragrances. I have an entire Duo wish list that has like 80 something fragrances on it, but these are the 4 that I will probably order next time I do an order. Caramelized hot milk, which is Lorenzo Pazaglia Sugar Kisses, whipped French vanilla, which is a Duo original, Vanillic Ecstasy, which is Lorenzo Pazaglia Van Ecstasix, and The Vanilla, which is a dupe of Javoy Fire at Will. Those are all fragrances that I'm gonna put, hopefully they will all be in stock. Or actually, I might have ordered the Javoy one. I might have ordered a travel spray of it. If I did, I'll take it off this list. Kate's Magic, I want to get on that website and really explore it and really order some things. That is my friend Christine sent me a body oil and then like a perfume oil from them, and I am kind of obsessed because it smells like a spa. So I want to get on that website and really like explore it more. Sugar Me Sweet, that's another indie house that's on Etsy. My friend Susan has sent me samples from them, a full bottle from them, and I love them. They do all gourmand scents. A lot of them are dupes, so you do have to like be cognizant of that a lot of them are dupes, but I do want to go through. In fact, I've got a cart already with like 14 fragrances in there. So yeah. DS and Durga Pistachio, that's one I don't necessarily want a full bottle of it, but I do want to sample it because I've heard really, really good things about it. And it was one of the first pistachio fragrances that came out, like before pistachio became like a craze. The Original Clean fragrance. I recently heard my friend Tatiana talk about it on TikTok. She said she loves it because it smells like her grandmother. I want a bottle of it because that will take me back to the 90s. It will remind me of the 90s. I used to love that fragrance, and I kind of forgot about it because Clean has come out with so many fragrances. But I remember when there was only that one and like maybe one other, maybe 2 others, but there were very few. But the original one, there's something so special about that fragrance. There's a new one that I just found on FragranceNet recently that I really want because it's a cinnamon perfume. It's from a brand called Label Fine Perfumes, and it's maltol and cinnamon. So I am kind of obsessed with cinnamon as a note in perfume, and I really want it because it's a cinnamon perfume. Narciso Rodriguez Amber Musk, that's another fragrance that I really want. Alyssa Ashley Amber Musk, that one has been on my list for a long time, but I need to read reviews on that one again because I feel like I read previously that it was a dupe of Baccarat Rouge 540, and I think that that's why I took it off my wish list previously, but I kind of put it back on. Blue Marine Anna, I love Blue Marine fragrances. Anytime I come across one, I don't know, I usually put them on my wish list. And then some Solo Notes fragrances. These have been fragrances that I've wanted since Target carried Solo Notes, but then I forgot about them. But then I saw them again on FragranceNet. So Solo Notes Vanilla, which I did not see on FragranceNet. I just remembered that they have one from when it was at Target. Solo Notes Cotton, which they do have on FragranceNet. And Solo Notes Musk, which they do have on FragranceNet. So those are all 3 ones that I want. You guys can tell I'm starting to kind of lose my voice because I've been filming for like hours now. Okay, a few Etat Libre d'Orange fragrances. Fat Electrician, I've been wanting it forever. I Am Trash, I've been wanting it forever. She Was an Anomaly, again, forever. And then there's another one that it has she in the name of it, I think. And I get She Was an Anomaly mixed up with it. So it might be the other one. and I could be getting them mixed up. Lancome Rose Peonia. So it's like a rose and peony fragrance, which is not groundbreaking, but coming from Lancome would probably be a beast. So, and I love a rose and peony combination. I just think it is so fresh and beautiful. So I really want the Lancome version of it. And I think they've got it on FragranceNet. I think it's only like $80 if I remember correctly, so I really need to jump on that one. The new Guerlain Aqua Allegoria Bosca Vanilla. I feel like Susan sent me a sample of that. I'm gonna have to go through all my samples and see. Or maybe she just asked me. It could have been she just asked me. And for any of you trying to message me on Instagram, somehow I got locked out of my Instagram account and it will not let me log back in. So if there's anybody out there that is trying to message me on Instagram, just email me in the email, at the email in the description box, because I am locked out of my Instagram account. Like, I don't know what to do to get back in. So anyways, yeah, I really want to, I don't necessarily want a full bottle of that. Dua has already duped it, so I just want a sample of it. And if I really like the sample, I'll just probably get the Dua dupe, because the Guerlain one is still pretty darn expensive. I don't know that I'm gonna love it though, because it's described as a woody vanilla, and I'm not a huge fan of woody fragrances. There's another Guerlain Aqua Allegoria fragrance that I've been wanting for years and years. It's an old one. It's way discontinued. Super hard to find, but it's called Winter. And it has literally been on my wish list for probably 7 or 8 years now. I've wanted it forever. And I think I found a mini of it on eBay years ago, and I should have just bought it then, but yeah, I need to look for it. Al Rahab Choco Musk, the spray. I just need to replace my spray perfume bottle of it, because I just need to pick up a new bottle of it. Roberto Cavalli Splendid Vanilla. That's one that I just saw that I just found out even existed. And it's vanilla, so I want it. It's a Roberto Cavalli vanilla, so I really want it. I think I will really like it. I typically like Roberto Cavalli fragrances. There's another one that has been on my wish list for a very long time, a Roberto Cavalli fragrance. It's Roberto Cavalli. Gosh, I cannot for the life of me remember which fragrance it is, but it's something gold. I would have to look it up, but it's like almost impossible to find. It's really difficult to find. I have a ton of different sand and fog oils that I want. I want the dupe for by Rado La Tulip. There are just too many to even list out here, but just know like a ton of sand and fog oils. The new YSL Libra Flames, something Flames. I don't even know. I just want a travel spray of it. I don't need a full bottle. I've got more Libra of the original formulation and the Intense. Like, I've got 2 bottles of each of those. So I have more Libra than I will ever use up in a lifetime. So from here on out, whenever a new flanker comes out, I try to just pick up a travel spray of it, because I don't need anything more than that. Burberry Goddess Intense. I do want a full bottle of that. I smelled that at Ulta when I went to see Jacqueline. And I love it. I love it even more than the original one. It's way more vanilla heavy than the original one. Don't get me wrong, I love the original one as well, but the Intense is like, oh, I want it badly. There is a new Chloe out. Again, it was another one that Jacqueline and I smelled. We both fell head over heels in love with it. It was like love at first sniff for both of us. I can't remember what it was called. I think it also was like an Intense version, or a Le Parfum or something. I just remember the ribbon around the collar of it was red, and we both fell head over heels in love with it. So it went straight onto both of our wish lists. I've got so many Jean Arthas fragrances that I want, but a couple of the ones that I want like a lot are, there's one called Vanille Framboise, which is like a vanilla raspberry, and then also Vanille Tropicale. There's also some kind of like a lemon one that I really want. There's so many from Jean Arthas that I want. Especially if you get on the makeup website, they have so many and it's like, ugh. Gucci Bamboo, the EDT formulation. That is a fragrance that I have wanted a full bottle of for, I think, since like 2014. I went through a mini of it and it smelled so good on me and I loved it so, so much. And I bought a full bottle of the EDP thinking that that's what it was, and it was not. It didn't smell the same. I didn't like it. So I decluttered that, and I've been meaning to repurchase a bottle of the EDT ever since, but I just haven't gotten around to it. There's a new Mugler Alien out. It is called Mugler Alien Extra Intense, and it's like in a purple and black bottle, and I want it so badly. It's on the Ulta website right now. It's like, I don't know, $115 or something, I think, for the 1 ounce bottle, but oh my gosh, it looks so good. Moroccan Oil also came out with a perfume, which people have been screaming about, like to them, telling them that they need to come out with a perfume that smells like Moroccan Oil hair care products for years. I mean, years and years and years, ever since Moroccan Oil got really popular back in like the mid 2000s. And they finally came out with a perfume. So I want a bottle of it so bad, I cannot even tell you. I buy an oil from Sally. It's an argan oil from Sally, but it's manufactured in the same plant as Moroccan Oil, and it smells exactly like Moroccan Oil, argan oil. And people speculate, since it comes from the same factory, it's probably Moroccan Oil, private labeled for somebody else. Like for this other brand, it's called One and Only, I think is what it's called. But anyways, that's the argan oil I use in my hair, and it smells divine, and I would love a perfume version of that. And then last but not least, Nest just came out with a strawberry perfume called Santa Barbara Strawberry, and I love Nest fragrances so much, especially their oils. So I want that one. So those last ones are some of the newer ones that have come out that I'm super, super interested in. But yeah, the Nest Strawberry, Santa Barbara Strawberry looks so good. I think strawberry is going to be the new cherry. I think that that's what we're about to see as far as like trends in perfume. I think cherry is starting to kind of run its course, and I think the next big thing is going to be strawberry. In fact, I think Vincent and I talked about that on that most recent interview that I did with him. I think we were talking about how we thought strawberry was coming up. But anyways, you guys, that is an updated wish list. That, of course, is just a fraction of my actual wish list, but that's enough for right now. I would love to know what fragrances you guys have on your wish list. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.